Hey everyone, this is Tim, and I hope you're doing well. I am in Osaka, and this is kind of the first official day here. I traveled here from Sapporo up north in Japan, and a beautiful city famous for their beer. And in fact, I got to visit the Sapporo Beer Museum. Really nice, lots of flights of drinks to try. And with Sapporo being in the Hokkaido area, they are famous for their seafood. Fantastic crabs, from the chestnut crabs to the king crab, which I got a chance to try at an all-you-can-eat buffet. Really nice. And I also got to admire the beauty of the city. And I made it here from Sapporo to Osaka or Kyoto through the ferry, and that was an interesting trip. Very relaxing. It takes a little bit longer, but that's okay. You got a private room with a balcony to gaze over the ocean, with lots of activities and some food as well. So I got a chance to explore Osaka during the day, visiting all the sites, from the temples to the attractions, and all the food vendors as well. And it's kind of nice to try all the food all in one place, and I think that's what we're going to do. We are here at the Conrad Hotel, and I think they may have Osaka's best buffet called the Atmos buffet. And just going to cross the street here. Still got to watch out for the bicycles, and we're just approaching, and I heard they have fantastic seafood and fantastic grilled meats as well. And I don't know about you, but the meat here, or at least the beef here in Japan, is superb. So I can't wait to give that a try, from the traditional to the unique. So really grateful that you can join and experience this together. And also really grateful to Ridge for sponsoring this video. Ridge makes amazing minimalistic wallets that are effective at keeping your valuables safe and secure. And whether at home or when traveling, I hate bulky wallets, and Ridge is an effective solution to that. Let me show you mine. And these are Japanese yen, really compact, and each wallet holds up to 12 cards. And accessing your contents is quite easy. Just slide them out, and there you have access to all your valuables. And also with the RFID protection, it keeps your information safe as well. And with the durable materials used, Ridge offers a lifetime warranty. And if you're looking for more of a traditional classic feel, Ridge has just come out with a leather wallet as well. Same great design, same minimalistic wallet, but in the classic touch and feel of leather. And one more thing, this little round thing here is a placeholder for an air tag. So if you're like me and misplace the wallet from time to time, tracking and finding your wallet is quick and easy and gives you peace of mind. So give them a try. Visit Ridge online, and there you'll find over 30 styles and colors to choose from. Each wallet holds up to 12 cards and room enough for cash. And along with the wallets, they have key cases that helps you manage your keys. No more jingling keys in your pockets anymore. Plus, they make the most perfect and welcome gift, especially if you have some friends that are hard to shop for. Plus, with Father's Day coming up, they make the most perfect and welcome gift as well. And Ridge was kind enough to offer a Father's Day promotion. To get the best deal between now and June 15th, visit ridge.com/timlee to save up to 40% off your purchase. That again is between now and June 15th. To get the best deal, visit ridge.com/timlee to save up to 40% off your purchase. And with that, I think it's time to go for the buffet, because we're getting a little bit hungry, or I'm getting a little bit hungry. Come on, it's just right up ahead. Let's go and have a great meal together. So I did not realize this was on the 40th floor, so I think we'll get a great view of Osaka as we dine. So this is quite impressive. Look at this beautiful view of Osaka right in front of us. We just need to find the restaurant, and almost bubbles of clouds, I think. And I think it's just right over there. Oh, that'd be perfect. Kano, thank you so much. This is beautiful.
Thank you very much.
So nice to get a table with a view. And let me show you the gorgeous view of Osaka again. The beautiful city lights. And let me show you the room. The grand ceilings, and down to the table we have some drinks here. I think it's a standard plan. So we've got some beer and wine, some more wine. And I made a first order of wine, and here it comes. Oh, that is a healthy pour.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kano. So thank you to Kano. Let's grab a drink. Cheers. And I think with that, let's go check out the buffet. Thank you. Well, let's grab our plate. So I think we'll start at the end with the charcuterie, but we will skip the breads. But since they're bringing this out fresh, let's give this a try. I think these are little galettes of cheese, and that black loaf there is squid ink. And I think this is walnut bread. Let's give this a try. A little bit of DIY or DIY. Lots of walnuts. And moving on, some cheese, some blue cheese, and I think that is cheddar, a little bit of Spanish ham, or a lot. That seems to be the theme, followed by a little bit of mortadella or two, and little frittatas. This is a modest buffet, but let's turn around the corner and see what they have. And that is a hot food station. I'm going to save that for next round because don't want that to get cold. Let's take a look at the salad station here. So some seafood on ice, a little bit of octopus, some aubergine, and I believe that is shrimp. And I think we'll need to grab that from the other side, but let's see. This is interesting. Smoked oyster confit in a green pea cream, a little bit of veggies pink, and this is interesting. This is a beef salad, but a chrysanthemums, hard to say. Let's give this one a try. A little bit of beef, a little bit of lettuce, all around the oyster pea puree, some green beans, more greens. Let's see what's on the other side. So we've got some toppings and a good looking ceviche salad of scallops. So more seafood salad of spelt and shrimp, and some more greens. And my favorite salad of all, potato salad, and this is with salted pork, but this is missing in action, but that's okay. I see more. I think these are a noodle salad. Seaweed noodles with a bit of calamari, glass noodles, and the plate is filling up, but just room for one more, and this is it. This is some salmon and shrimp right over here. A perfect herring, and I think that is a big plate of appetizers. It's always nice to get back to your table and find a special treat from our original plate to something new. This is a little bit of pasta, nice and small, capellini with fresh crab, and really appreciate that the crab is all cracked and deshelled for you. Let's give this a little bit of a taste. So, I think a little bit of crab, a little bit of pasta, and a little spoon and fork way of doing it. Let's give it a twirl. Okay. That is looking pretty nice. Let's give this a try. Oh. Okay. That is wonderfully refreshing, and I think they put some olive oil and herbs on the pasta, making it really refreshing. I'm not sure if slurping is good etiquette, but it's really good. And can't wait to try a little bit of the smoked oyster and the pea puree. And little chunks of oyster in there. I think that's smoked. Not too bad. The pea puree, nice and sweet. Kind of a springtime freshness with a little bit of oysters. Very nice. I'm gonna try that glass noodle there. A little bit here with, I think that is a fungus, a wood ear mushroom with the squid. In Japan, again, I keep mentioning it, not a big fan of squid, but in Japan they certainly do it well. And the glass noodles certainly provide a nice texture. and maybe even more texture, a little bit of scallops and a little bit of salmon all together. Let's see, chopstick, chopstick skills put to the test. Not bad. Gotta try that walnut bread. A little bit of creamy yellow butter, and this is very yellow, not like what we have at home. That's almost white, and one cannot live on bread alone. Let's have some bread with a little bit of shrimp and some salmon and maybe even more and more and more. Perfect textures. The seafood is nice and fresh and sweet. Salmon is very luscious. Butter makes it better, more rich. And I'm not sure if you can see the bread, but there's little chunks of walnuts that really adds a nice crunch and a nice texture to it. Very good. So I'll finish up the round of appetizers and really enjoying the view here. Spectacular as the night settles in, and we'll continue with more plates of appetizers and hot food stations and made to order dishes as well. So I'll take it back shortly. Cheers. So that was a good start. The octopus was nice and tender and really refreshing and citrusy as well. And that beef salad that I have, without the salad, maybe just a tomato, but the beef, while cold, was absolutely tender. And the good thing to know is that they are not afraid of the fat, and that fat was perfectly rendered, really tasty. And with that, I think we should move on to the hot food, and let's go check it out. Let's go. And I didn't notice this the first time, but this is a drink station where I've been getting all the endless amounts of wine and beer. Maybe not the beer yet, but that will soon come. The evening is still young. And let's start from the top. And starting off, this is a heavy lid with a little bit of lemon rice. Okay, I'm gonna get the rind off. Let's get a little bit of rice here. And this is interesting, potato soup. This is a bright potato soup with seaweed, a little bit more, and a crouton for some crunch and more crunch. And this is a nice bouillabaisse. Let's go for a little bit of that. Okay. Little soup with a spork. And one of my favorite fishes, swordfish, and just one little piece right here. So we have some beef tenderloin. Give this a try. Okay. Remnants of the beef tenderloin stew. A little bit of potatoes. Give that one a try. Okay, potato number 1 and potato number 2. And I think I cleared out all the potatoes there. But moving on, some cauliflower, and then a little bit of duck. But I think they look a little dry, but let's give it a try. Who knows? And maybe another one here with a little bit of a twist. It's buffalo wings and shrimp. So let's grab a wing and a shrimp or two with a bit of blue cheese sauce. And then a little bit of cod. And again, this looks a bit dry, but again, who knows, it can be different when you actually taste it. More cod. Hi, Masahiro.
Hi.
Hi, can I get some salmon?
Yes,
Oh, that looks really tender. Thank you so much. Oh, and Masahiro, that beef looks really good. Thank you so much.
2 piece.
Oh, 3 piece.
3 piece. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's really tender.
sorry.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, and a little bit of sauce for the salmon. This is a wonderful béarnaise or a beurre blanc. Right on the salmon and so bubbly. Oh, a little bit more. And a little bit of seafood lasagna. Okay, one last spot on the plate. Oh, and I think the potato salad is there. And that is it. The potato salad with salted cod, almost like a Portuguese influence. The bacalhau. Oh, a little bit here. Almost had an accident, but a nice looking dish. So just back at the table, and the server with the wine has been following me. Thank you. So perfect timing, beautiful beef, and let's grab some wine. Cheers. So let's go ahead and dig into the beef. All right. Okay, so nice and pink with striations of fat all around. Oh, and I don't even need a knife. It just kind of peels off and pulls away. I think this is a tenderloin. Let's give this a try on its own. All right. So I don't know what it is about the beef in Japan, but it is absolutely superb. So tender with all the wonderful fat distributed evenly. I think this is actually as tender as almost like a Wagyu beef without the heaviness of all that fat. A perfect balance. But let's try a little bit of that beef with the béarnaise. Nice bit of fat with more fatty sauce. And let's try the salmon with the béarnaise. And that salmon is cooked perfectly just by the feel of the fork. Nice and flaky and translucent. Oh, and it is cooked perfectly. So silky and fresh, cooked perfectly, and nice and fatty as well. And with the additional fat from the butter sauce, very nice. Oh, the beef and the salmon, spectacular. Let's try the soup. And a little bit croutons with the potato and seaweed soup. Brilliant croutons, nice and crunchy, but I can't really taste the soup, so maybe a big spoonful. Let's give that one a try. That's a good soup. Silky, creamy potato soup, and the seaweed adds a nice touch to it. Oh, that's good. And let's try a little bit of the beef tenderloin stew. Not sure, I think that was the remnants of it. So we got striations of beef tenderloin. So mainly the sauce. So a tomato base and hints of meat. But let's try the sauce with the potato salad and the salted cod. Potato salad is really good. It kind of reminds me of the Portuguese influence. I'm gonna try the duck. I had a little bit of concern that it was dry, and the fish as well. Give this one a try. And it is a well done breast of duck, but I think it's been sitting on the heat lamp for too long. Nothing compared to that wonderful beef, but I'll still finish it anyways. So, kind of a modest buffet, but with a spectacular view. But what some of the dishes lack, the beef and that salmon made up for it. So I'm going to finish this off, and we'll take you back for some more, definitely more beef and more salmon. Cheers. Just a gorgeous view. Another round done and dusted, and I must say the best thing on the plate was definitely the salmon and that luscious beef. It's a little bit of shame. The fish was a bit dry and maybe they're just having an off night. From the grilled fish to the swordfish. But funny enough, it was the potatoes that made up for it. Nice and crunchy on the outside, soft, fluffy, and creamy on the inside. And the buffalo wing and shrimp, it was okay. But the beer made up for it. And that crab and capellini pasta was so good. I actually got a second order and it was just as good as the first. And with that, I think it's time for dessert. Come on, let's check it out. So hopefully we are on the rise with dessert. So I just got a little plate. Let's see what they have. So it's nearing the end of the evening. It's around 8 o'clock, so I don't think they have much left. So we have a little bit of fruit, pineapple, and grapefruit. And those are mandolins. And if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, my apologies. I never seem to get the pronunciation right. Mandolins right here. And we're just in time. One little bit of cake left. This is a blueberry cheesecake. Kind of like playing hockey with this. And it's even harder holding a camera. We just give it a jiggle and there we go. Next to the dessert I can't pronounce. Move that in place. Okay, so we finished off the cheese, but we have profiteroles, one here. All right, let's see what's left here. Some waffles, I'm gonna skip that. And a mousse cake, maybe a little. This is an orange mousse cake, nice and jiggly, right here. Oh, and look at this, chocolate cake, a chocolate Swiss roll, glittering in gold. Let's go for one of these right here. And then we have some cookies, a little bit of tea cookies. I think these are apricot, and some more cookies here. But as good as the cookies are, let's go for the cookies coated in chocolate. All right, do one of these. And that completes the plate with an empty spot. But it's nice to know they are stocking up the buffet, and I think there's one more dessert to try. A strawberry tart, well balanced on the one remaining spot left on the plate. And here is the dessert. So you might have noticed something new on the table, and Canon was so nice to bring out more desserts. This is to augment what's already here at the dessert station on the dinner buffet. And this is what I have, a nice hot cup of coffee. And while this plate looks relatively small compared to some of the plates I get elsewhere, this is actually the right amount for a regular meal, or maybe even a little bit more. But again, on the videos, I do go overboard. But let's try that cheesecake. Let's cut into it. Very soft and very smooth. It's rich and light at the same time. Blueberry adds a nice floral note, very luscious, and the cheese has a bit of depth to it. A little bit of sweetness, not too much. Very good. That glittering chocolate roll certainly looks good. And look how easily it cuts. So soft and tender. Oh, very deep and rich. And those gold sparkles, there's absolutely nothing for it. I am not a fan of the gold sparkles, but really nice. And I want to try that sponge with the mousse. And if you can believe it, it's even lighter than the Swiss roll. Oh, when you're here, go for the orange mousse cake because that sponge is light and delicate, and the mousse is like a cloud with a nice orange flavor. Very nice. And we need to move on to Canon's plate. Beautifully done. And Canon was explaining to me that this is actually from their sweets buffet. They have another buffet just full of sweets, and these are the desserts from that particular buffet. I'll move away the sign, and it's really nice of them to do. And I'm just going to pull the cherry off right here. And I wonder what type of tart this is. I think that might be pistachio mousse. Let's cut into that. Okay. Let's see. Not sure what that is. One way to find out. Almond tart. with pistachio mousse. Rich and buttery, and the pistachio cream is a nice contrast to all this richness. Mm. And while we have the real cherry, let's cut into the fake cherry, but looks just as good. Oh my goodness. It just sinks in. Look at, oh, and a little bit of jelly in the middle. A little bit of surprise. Let's give this a try, all in one bite. Mm. Cherry overload. What a nice way to end the dinner, and really grateful to Canon for the extra wonderful desserts. So this is Conrad Osaka, and we are at the Atmos buffet. I must say, this we have a gorgeous view here, and the buffet, well, I think it's fair. It's okay. The beef and the salmon were fantastic, but the rest was just missing a little bit of something. But of course, it's always the servers and the hosts that makes all the difference. Canon was nice enough for this wonderful dessert, all devoured, and of course, all the other servers and hosts make you feel so welcome. So, I don't know, maybe it was just an off night. I forgot to mention the cost, or maybe I'll put it at the beginning. But this is about $100 for the buffet with the endless drinks and beer and wine and coffee. And speaking of coffee, I can certainly use a cup. Much needed. And again, beautiful evening. And frankly, I think I was hoping for a little bit more. But in any event, great people, and really grateful that you can join and share in this experience. And also really grateful to Ridge for sponsoring this video. Ridge, again, makes amazing minimalistic wallets that are effective at keeping your valuables safe and secure. I hate bulky wallets, whether traveling or at home, and Ridge is a great solution to that. So visit Ridge online, and there you'll find over 30 styles and colors to choose from. And now they even have a classic Ridge wallet in leather for that familiar touch and feel. And with Father's Day coming up, they make the perfect gift. To get the best deal, visit ridge.com/Tim Lee. And there you'll find many styles, from wallets to key cases to watches and rings to choose from. And again, to get the best deal, visit ridge.com/Tim Lee. And there you'll find the perfect gift for that special someone, and particularly the fathers out there. And with that, I think I'm going to finish that cherry. So until we see each other again, I hope you're keeping well. I hope you're eating well and traveling well. Thank you so much again, and God bless to you and yours. Cheers. Still got that pit in my mouth.